Welcome everybody. I'm Cheryl Glover and I'm a channel and Reiki master and co-owner of Touch Mother Earth, the co-producer. And I'd like to welcome you to Ascended Masters Speak. I have been a channel for over 25 years and I channel the Ascended Masters and the Archangels. And I have done this Ascended Masters Speak a number of times. I do it at least 4 times a year, where the Ascended Masters come in and speak and talk to us. Let me just give some background if you don't know who the Ascended Masters are. They are human beings like us that have passed on and have graduated. We call ascension. And what that means is they have mastered the emotions, they have mastered the spiritual journey, and I like to say they've mastered the spiritual journey up the tree of life. They have actually walked from the bottom all the way up to Keter, through the tree of life. And they are wise and they are knowledgeable. One of the reasons in spirit that they are such good teachers is that they are not like the archangels who have never lived on earth and never experienced human skin and human pain. But the Ascended Masters have lived full lifetimes, most of the time many lifetimes on earth, and have mastered what we are trying to do, which is basically understand ourselves, obtain wisdom, have complete completely let go of the ego, have unconditional love to everyone, master their emotions where they're not manipulating their emotions, but master them where they feel and then let it go, behave with wisdom and be that honorable and wise person. Now, we often know some of the masters by being biblical teachers. So Moses and Jesus and Buddha are all ascended masters. And those are our teachers, and they often come through as a channel in order to speak to us so that we can obtain and gain their wisdom. And I couldn't think of something more important right now than to allow the Ascended Masters to speak. I do not control who comes through. Sometimes it is somebody we know, sometimes it is a biblical figure that is obscure, sometimes it's somebody very famous. And I just allow that to happen. My personal teacher is Elijah the prophet, who often comes through, and Elijah is the one who actually wrote my book for me. I'm the author of Creating from the Soul. And Elijah is channeled throughout that book, giving us their wisdom, and then I talk about that wisdom that Elijah has given us. So we're going to begin shortly. Once we begin, I ask all of you to sit in your own homes and put your feet down on the floor if you can, and put your hands up. And this is to allow spirit in. I do give you a few warnings, okay? One is that people, or even though we're being filmed twice here, one in Facebook Live and one into video, people often hear things different. So the Ascended Masters can personally speak to you during my channel and give you a message that is important to you. And when the Ascended Masters do that, you can be sure you should listen. It is often a lesson, a training that is perfectly and precisely and personally designed for you. So if later on you listen to the video or the live Facebook Live video and you are shocked because you didn't hear that, it's fine. We're going to spend about at least a half hour in that meditative position. So I'll give you all a chance to get comfortable, to take a deep breath. I didn't use Zoom on purpose so that you all have privacy and you can sit at your own homes and be extremely comfortable. Fall asleep if you need to. If this is your first time listening to a channel, people often fall asleep the first time because the energy is so strong, and sometimes even after that. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, they start to hear it at a different level. So don't be surprised what happens. We don't control. One of the things we do to begin with, we start, is we always do a blessing for our houses, and I'm going to expand that blessing to the planet because we certainly need that right now. And so we just adjust the air conditioner here because we're in Florida, so it's warm, and that interferes with our sound. So take a deep breath. We're going to start with a meditation. Close your eyes, put your hands in the upper position. We're going to ask for the divine presence, El Shaddai, Adonai, Elohino, the divine presence, and the spiritual entities of good and love and compassion and wisdom. And we're going to ask for them to be present to bless our homes and to bring forth a message to us. We're going to ask for the archangels, and we ask for the archangel Michael to come into each of our homes and put a white light circle of protection around us. And we ask for this protection to be expanded to our complete homes. And we ask for that to be expanded to our planet. And for all of you that are tuning in from all the parts of the world, we ask that this same protection and energy reach you and your household. And we bless you. We ask for the presence of the Ascended Masters. We ask of all of Spirit that this session be for our highest good. And our highest good isn't necessarily the obvious good. Here on the planet, we often do the obvious good. And the obvious good may be something as simple as washing our hands, as an example. But our highest good needs something for the soul. And so here we ask for the information for our highest good, the one that won't last for the 3 months, let's say, that we are separate from each other, but the one that lasts for years and years and gives us the information and the power and the presence to go forward. So we ask for Spirit's presence, the Spirit of good and light, and we ask that this session be for our highest good, that this session be for our power and our presence, that this session be for our wisdom and our understanding, that this session be for our prosperity and our happiness, joy, peace, and harmony, and we ask for that peace and harmony in our earth. We ask for healing for all of those that have unhealed, for anyone that has been forsaken by this virus that is currently on the planet. We ask for healing and we ask for help. We ask for protection for each of us from the virus, and we ask for protection for our families, for our households, for our cities, for our states, for our countries, and for the planet. We ask that perhaps, if it is in the divine movement, that this virus be removed, that we be restored not to the old normal, but a new normal that perhaps would bring us everlasting peace that we are asking for, that will bring us planet healing, a green planet that we can live in harmony with, and the peoples of the earth will learn to live in harmony with each other. We ask that Spirit not see us ever by the colors of our skin, by the color of our hair, by our height, our weight, our nationality, our religions, our beliefs, but that we be seen by the love in our hearts, the power and presence and the purity and the understanding and the wisdom that are in our souls. And we ask at this point for our souls to lead us. We have too often made the mistake to allow those who are political, who do not lead with their souls, to lead ourselves. And that is wrong. We ask now for leaders from the soul, leaders who understand our spirit and what we as humankind need. Not as men, and not as women, not as male, not as female, not as nations, but what we need to ascend ourselves, to arise a better planet, a better peoples, and one that lives in peace, harmony, and understands unconditional love and loves. And to this we say amen, which is the word that says, and God hears us, it is a blessing, and it is so. And we say as a peoples from the planet, it is so. We are blessed, and we being a blessing to all of those that are open heart and joined in love of our planet and love of each other. I ask you now to make sure that your eyes are closed, you are comfortable, and take a deep breath, just one cleansing breath in. And for those of you that may be ill, where that is painful, we ask for Spirit to provide you the air so that you can breathe and be with us right now. We ask for those that are struggling, that they receive the extra energy and the extra air and the oxygen that our planet provides, so they may breathe through this and live. We ask you now to picture, just visualize, the outdoors, a planet that is green, a planet that is beautiful, a planet that has green grass, blue oceans, running rivers that splash and make noise, birds that sing, bees that make us honey and help us eat, rocks that have water that flow against them, a peaceful pasture where animals do not run from us but live in harmony. I ask you to see a planet in its beauty, in its glory, and a peoples among them. Us, we the people, we people who can live in harmony with nature, who can live among that planet in a union where we give planet gives. We take some, the planet takes. And in that harmony, we feel the heartbeat of the earth. And I can feel the channel coming in at this point. So just hold that visualization while Spirit comes in and speaks to us. Good evening, my children, or from wherever you hail from on this beautiful planet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Mankind often feels when you are inside of a lifetime that you are special. It is a special time for the drama of the moment brings you to the here and now. Often, when humankind is living in the past or so concentrating on the future, the natural balance of the planet will make you be in the now, in the current, in the now, in the present. You cannot live in the past, for the past will make you sad and make you mourn. You cannot live in the future, for you know not at this point in time what that future brings. And so all of you, on your devices, in your technologies, in your conversations through technology, you all are in the now. And there is no other time in your lifetimes where you have been in such a state. Often our channels before were about not lamenting in the past, not getting caught up in the past, not living in the future, where you live in hope and deny the present. And even though there are some of you denying present in the current now, you are all in the now. And so we ask you to take a minute and acknowledge that you are in the now. And in the now, you can't hope for the past, and you cannot plan for a future that is unknown. You must stay in the now. And in the now, you will discover the answers you seek, whether that be the technology, the medical technology, the economic technology, the economic answers, the understanding of what is money, how important are these issues to you when you went from one day to another and became present. Present with yourself, present with your family, present with those you love, even though they are at a distance, present. For this same state has happened many, many times in the history of the world. Maybe not in your lifetime, but it has happened. And you feel so special. Perhaps you need to understand that they did the same thing often again without the advantages that you hold, without advantages of a potential vaccine, without advantages of speaking to anyone in the world as we speak now, immediately, with no lapse of time, immediately. You are your own TV stations. You are your own broadcasts. You are your own communication central. And yet, those who had other pandemics, like 1918, had no advantage to broadcast from their living rooms. Think about 20 years ago. We would channel to you that there was nothing bad in your technology. For you were able to speak as we do, as Spirit speaks, at once to the planet. And yet your grandmothers would say, it is bad that the youth has technology and learns to communicate that way. They are not learning what they need to live. The laugh is now. For the shining millennials are leaving. They know how to speak, how to love, how to communicate, how to reach out to each other through a technology that they have designed, that they are moving forward, that they have honed. And you laughed at them and said they would be nothing, and the technology that they have brought us and the generation before that are stars. We bring this up to explain to you that perception isn't always clear to you. When you are in the moment of something, you may not perceive, in fact, you may judge things as negative that are positive. So when the babies, 5-year-olds, went to school with phones, you made fun of them. Why would 5-year-olds need phones? When they stayed home and played games and communicated online, you made fun of them. And yet here we are now, where the world has shown you, a generous world has shown you, that what you laughed at was needed. And if you had not judged it, you would not be calling 1,000 times in how to use Facebook Live and Zoom and all of these other technologies that you are struggling to catch up on. For they knew, and they know, and they were in the now. And so judgment is always about what you thought the future should be. And yet, the future has appeared differently than what you thought. We always preach and tell and explain how judging is in your way. For you cannot see the big picture. You do not see the blue ball you live on. You do not see the other planets. You do not see it from our perspective. And so often your own myopic perspective brings you in the way of understanding the world. The world grew to provide you what you would need. Even in the back of your mind, people thought, oh, we'll speak from Mars and Venus and the moon and the planets out there. That's why technology is there. And the laugh was, you speak from Earth. And you needed it here. Perspective is a very interesting thing, for you are clouded with the prejudice that you grew up with, the prejudice that your religions gave you, the prejudice that your families gave you, your mother and father gave you, your cities gave you, your states gave you, your teachers gave you. You are clouded with books that did not speak the truth and other books that spoke the truth that were hidden from you. You live in an age where you do not know truth from falsehood. And it is very, very difficult to do that. And yet, you sit and judge every post, every person. Oh, that is true and that it isn't. And the truth is, none of you, not one of you, can see truth, can know truth. And yet it continues in a flurry of communication around the planet. This is untrue, this is untrue, this is untrue. This is fake. Everything about you is fake going on. What would you do? You must go inside. You must go inside. For truth is never outside of you. Truth is always inside of you. If you had heard the rhythm of the planet, you would have heard that the technology advances were for something. They were needed at some point. They were giving you a gift. If you had heard something, you would have understood that you would have needed to talk to your mother on a headset, and you would need to know how to do that. If you had heard the rhythm of the planet, you would know that you might need to tell somebody, I love you, across the airwaves, the very radio waves that beseech your planet constantly. And yet you did not see the truth. We beseech you at this time, do not judge. Do not say this is truth and this is falsehood. Be your own radio receiver. Just sit and listen. Listen to what is going on. Listen to the heartbeat of your planet. Listen to the heartbeat of the people. Why are you at odds with your politicians? Because they do not listen to your heartbeat. They do not listen to the beat and the rhythm of your words, of what you need. They do not hear. They do not feel. And so seek out the politicians that feel, can feel what is going on. You do not need logic right now. You need that feeling. Those who can feel you to know what you need. Why do you need a vaccine? Because all of you feel that you understand what it now means to be separate and yet together, all of you feel you want to create something different. All of you feel that the earth is better in the last 6 weeks and getting better. And so you should continue to make it better. All of you feel that there's something bigger here going on. There's something more connected. There is something more challenging for you. Why do you think the economy is being challenged? For those who have made millions and billions are threatened. And yet those of you who sit at home and create and are beautiful and feel the world around you, know that you can create a new economy, an economy that is online, where the money is shifting. And they are trying to stop you from shifting from their old economy to a new economy. And so feel the heartbeat of what that new economy may feel like, how you're part of it, how you can be a part of it, how you can bring your talents to part of it, how you can flourish, how you can have prosperity flow in. Let us talk about what prosperity is. The flow of money is always designed to be a divine, wonderful, good thing. It nourishes you. And all of you nourish each other. And that is a good thing. You should nourish yourselves, nourish your loved ones, nourish each other. And so in that nourishment, you will receive more nourishment, which is the economy to bring that nourishment in. Do not let them, do not allow them to go back to the old economy. You are new, are moving, are stating, are entrepreneurs. All of you. All of you have turned into entrepreneurs. Every single person. Do not allow the old economy to swallow the new economy. Allow the new economy to emerge. You are all emerging. You are emerging entrepreneurs. You are emerging loves. You are emerging alliances. You are emerging companies. You are emerging talents that are getting your talents out there. You are emerging creators. Maybe the word entrepreneur isn't a good word. We like the word creators. You are emerging creators. So take the time to create. Create a new economy based on what you love. What do you love? You love music. You love helping people. You love a greener planet, a healthy planet. You love healthy people. You love people who are with it. You love education, where people all over the world receive the same word. You love loving each other. You love connecting it. Build your economy on the things you love. Not the things you hate, but the things you love. And so the businesses that love the planet will emerge. The businesses that love the people will emerge. The businesses that help people will emerge. The businesses that help the planet will emerge. the businesses that connect you are emerging. You have a whole number of new emerging businesses. What the old businesses are trying to do by pushing you out into a germ-infested world is to stop you from your emerging businesses. They're trying to stop you from your platforms and take back over so that you do what they do and be big box and be what they are, instead of mom and pop and emerging and allowing the new life, the new businesses based on helping people to emerge. Do not allow them to make you workers. Do not allow them to make you slaves in factories. Become who and what you were meant to be. Become where you're supposed to be. Become the stars you are meant to be. Become everything you were meant to be. And become money makers. Let that new economy flow to you. Let that new economy come in. Let that generosity flow. Create, 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 and create. Do not let them put you down. Do not let them beat you to the floor. Be everything you should be and can be. Become. Become and become. When you have created the ideas, the germs, the spark, the way, the method, then you can create the future, the new future, the new green, the new earth, the new planet, the new way. Become everything you can be. Create businesses that can become everything they can be. And manifest them. Allow them to become. Allow them to be. Good evening. Good evening. Many of you have been asking us, why? Why? Why now? Why? Why? There is not really an extreme spiritual answer to your question. There is more a natural answer to your question. Your planet is nature, and it responds accordingly to the way the planet should respond. There is not a hugely high level. If you pollute your planet, it will produce something that will fight back. If you pollute your food, it will revert. If you overplanet, overplant, overpopulate, overdo, a natural germ will biologically develop to call automatically. It is a natural act of nature. That does not mean you should want to die, for that is never the answer. You must live out the time that you need to live out to learn the lessons you need to learn. So never should one step up to die. However, you should decide what is most important to you right now. And you should understand that there is a natural ebb and flow to the planet. The tides will flow. It is the nature of things. There have been pandemics for thousands of years. Your largest one was in 1918, where they wore masks and they did the same, social distancing. And it will blow over. We are here to remind you that there was the roaring 1920s. And so while you had a pandemic in 1918 and 19 and 20, you also had the roaring 20s. By the mid-20s, you were out dancing. It is the natural ebb and flow of the planet. This does not mean you should allow yourself to die and get sick. This does not mean that at all. Your natural instinct of your body is to live. And so be smart. Do what your body tells you to do. Do what you need to do. But do not give up that it is the end of the world. Remember, there was the roaring 20s. And you too shall have the roaring 20s. It may not come about till after 2025, but you shall have it also. And so, breathe in your own homes. Know that the now is here and this is your now. And accept that you must do what you need to do. There is not a grand plot on your planet for the last 2,000 years to bring you pandemics. They have always come and they always will. It is the nature of the planet. You live together with animals, with plants, and there is a bioshare between one part of your ecosystem and another. And this is a natural rhythm of your planet. And so, breathe, stop panicking, and get with the program. Get with your new reality. Take more time to meditate, to talk to Spirit, to go inside, to know who you are. And by the time you are able to go out, you'll be the best you. For being the best you is the best advice we can give you. Learn to be the best you. And if you weren't the best you because you ran a rat race before, now sit back and figure out what is the best you. What is the best you can give to this world? And no matter what your age is, if you are in the 20s, what from your 20s for the next 60 years, what do you have to give? What's your gift to give the world? If you are in your 30s, what is your gift for the next 60 years, 50 years? If you are in your 60s, what is your next gift for the next 20 years? And if you are in your 80s, what is the wisdom of the grandmothers and the grandfathers that you can give us online right now, as we sit here, and you've lived this. You've seen it come and go. Share your wisdom. What is the best gift you can give the world right now? Think on that. Meditate on that. And don't emerge, no matter who tells you, until you have that answer. And you can give it safely to others. What is your best gift that you will give? Whether you're at home or out in the world, what's your best? Good evening. I have the Archangel Raphael here. Raphael is the angel of healing. And he is bringing forth energy to pass along to the world. Energy of healing, energy of love. And he's being joined by the Archangel Chamuel, the angel of love, the Archangel Ariel, the angel of light, the Archangel Michael, the angel of protection, the Archangel Gabriel, who is the angel of your path forward. And all these archangels are coming forward right now, asking you to sit. Just feel. Feel the energy of the angels. Take what you need. Absorb it. And sit quietly. Meditate on the energy that these archangels are bringing you. Learn from the angels. The angels were given to us as a gift. And no one right now, other than those who are passing in droves, are asking for the angels. You're asking for the angels for those who are dying, but are forgetting to ask for the angels for those who are living. So now, it is time. Here, sit back, sit quietly, and feel the energy of the angels. They want me to remind you that this energy does not stop here. It is available to each and every one of you. And we want to also remind you that to thank the archangels, thank the ascended masters, thank all of Spirit for helping us. I can be found on newthoughtkabbalah.com or touchmotherearth.com, of course, of which I'm a co-producer. There is a PayPal link. We're accepting donations, which are much needed in these times. And also, I am doing live readings through Zoom with clients. So if you want to schedule an appointment, please email me at newthougtkabbalah@gmail.com. I thank you for your presence. Coming up tomorrow, I'm doing a presentation on the Rife machine, which is a fabulous new technology in a frequency generator that can help heal. So tune in for that at 2 o'clock tomorrow on Friday. And on Saturday, I'm doing psychic surgery, which is a healing methodology that everybody could use right now. I'm going to be focusing on viruses and how to remove viruses from your body, and that'll be followed at 5:30 by a worldwide healing. And I'm inviting you through Zoom to ask for healing and blessing for those of your loved ones that need it. So tune in tomorrow, Saturday at 5 and 5:30 for that, and tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I thank you all for being with us. I bless you, and don't forget to sit back and be with us. Everything that we're doing during these Dave and I are doing during these 5 years can be found on touchmotherearth.com. And so please tune in to all of our events during all the way through Sunday at midnight. Thank you. I haven't smiled all the time. Bye. Thanks for being with us.